It's 9:30 Saturday morning, and it has been one heck of a windstorm all night long. So I came down here to check the bank, make sure our boats were still intact, and everything is. Inflatables still down there. If it weren't so windy, it'd be an absolutely beautiful morning. Not that the wind is a bad thing. We just have to worry about our tarps getting blown off of stuff. You see the puppy's not at the leash. Whoops! Did you see that puppy? That fell over and scared the dog. Oh. It's a nice morning for sitting out on the swings. I love my little swing set. I like to come out here in the mornings. Dirt all over everything. And just sit here and watch the water. Now yesterday that sandbar was covered in snow. It melted overnight. Well, it melted or blew off. I don't know which, maybe a combination of both. The river has dropped plenty. There's a sandbar sticking up in the middle of the water here. Hey, Loopy Poopies. She's always good for showing some love. And the puppy's always good for a stick. What, are you gonna get a stick? Look at that, see? Told you, it's always good for a stick. And he tries to find the biggest ones he can find. Sometimes they're too big for mommy to play with him though. Alright, heading back. Oh, this little pop-up, I was going to clean it up and scrub it up. There's a lot of mold on it, on the inside, that needs to be cleaned out, but I've decided instead to turn that into a tiny house. As I'm hoping that when my son Dylan comes out here, that he'll have his own place to stay. When I say come out here, I mean come out to visit or help out or whatever, because he has no intentions of staying here. This is not the lifestyle for my city boy son. See, in here, that's all mold up there. Then, you know, a squirrel or shrews or something got in and, I don't know, left their mark. That's on this side. Well, those curtains were going to come down anyway because they're pretty grungy. Not worth even trying to do anything with. And again, there's some mold up here. And this got all ripped up. So holes in this, which can be fixed for our purposes. Look at that. It can be fixed for our purposes. You know, we're not taking this out any place. It's just used as a little spare place for visitors. So what I would do is just put some tape on it. I've got canvas tape or screen tape actually. And I don't know, sew a patch or 2 or 3 or 4 or, you know, all of those. Sew patches on that. There's more of a mess. And I'm going to replace this flooring because, well, that's pretty grungy. Whoever I bought it from liked Monopoly. I think that's Monopoly money. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be turned into a little tiny house. I bought the stuff to make it with. Or let me rephrase that. I bought the stuff to rebuild. And look, that's the view. Oh, forgive the light glaring from the camera, but that's the view from here. How cool is that if somebody comes to visit? Have a view of the river, swings. Beautiful. I love it here. The children are waiting. And this is part of the reason Lupa came out here. My son works for the union, and he goes up on the North Slope or goes out of town for, you know, weeks at a time. And his idea had been a 3-way watch for her. Somebody come over to his place for a few days and stay with her. Then she'd go to another person's house for a few days and stay with them. And she'd go to a, you know, boarding place for a few days to stay with them. Loopy poopies! Here she comes. But look at this dog. This is so much better. So much better. The two of them are incredibly happy. When she's with Dylan, she can't really run because there's no place for her to run. He lives in a cabin around a bunch of other people. So she can't just run around on the street. He can take her for a walk, but there's no running. Out here, she plays and plays and wrestles Takani. I can't remember if she's 8 or 9. Takani's 4. And they sit there and they play. And this is wonderful for them. Neither, you know, Takani gets the run of the place anyway, but he doesn't have another dog to play with. So his sister's out and she gets to run, and they both have playmates. Wonderful for them. Up, ups. What do you smell? Probably just the wind. Like I said, it is uber windy out here.